When Paddy Dingle opened that package, he didn't realize it would turn his entire world upside down. What seemed like an ordinary delivery was about to expose something far darker, a secret about his father that no one in the village could have imagined. It had been 3 long months since Bear walked away from Emmerdale, saying he was off to Ireland to stay with friends. Everyone thought he just needed time to clear his head, to escape the tension that had built up between him and Paddy. But what the villagers didn't know, and what viewers saw unfold, is that Bear never made it to Ireland at all. He vanished somewhere between his promise and his destination, leaving behind nothing but questions. Before he left, things between father and son had reached a breaking point. Paddy, worried about Bear's strange behavior, had suggested he might be showing signs of dementia. It was a painful conversation, and Bear didn't take it well. Angry, insulted, and feeling betrayed, he snapped back at Paddy and swore he was done with the village, done with the pitying looks, done with the rumors. He packed his things and said he'd be staying with his old wrestling pals across the sea. But that was just the story he told everyone. The truth was far more complicated. Weeks passed, and Paddy assumed his dad would call once he'd cooled off. But the silence stretched on. No texts, no calls, not even a quick message to check in. Life in the village carried on, but something about the quiet felt wrong. That uneasy feeling grew stronger when a mysterious package arrived at the veterinary practice, addressed to Bear, but sent from somewhere unexpected. With Bear still missing, Paddy decided to open it, and what he found inside made his stomach drop. It was proof that Bear had never reached Ireland. The contents hinted that he'd stopped somewhere else entirely, but where and why? Paddy's mind started racing. Had his dad changed his plans? Was he in trouble? Or was this some kind of warning? He started calling everyone he could think of, old friends, wrestling mates, even distant relatives, but no one had seen or heard from Bear in months. Every lead went cold. It was like his father had simply disappeared off the map. The more Paddy searched, the more unsettling it became. He'd given Bear space, thinking his dad just needed time to clear his head, but now that decision haunted him. Had he made a terrible mistake by letting him go? That question hit hardest when Bear missed Eve's birthday, something he'd never done before. That was the moment Paddy knew something was truly wrong. Days turned into restless nights, filled with worry and regret. Paddy replayed their last argument over and over in his mind, hearing his own harsh words echo in his mind. He wondered if Bear had left out of anger or fear. Maybe he'd been struggling with something no one saw. Or maybe, just maybe, someone else was involved in his disappearance. The uncertainty was tearing him apart. Eventually, Paddy couldn't take it anymore. He went to the police and reported his father missing. He hoped they'd tell him he was overreacting, that Bear had been spotted somewhere safe. But instead, the questions only deepened. No travel records, no sightings, no contact. It was as if Bear had never left the village at all. That's when the real panic set in. Rumors started spreading across the Dales. Some believed that Bear had gotten into trouble, others whispered about health issues, and a few even suggested something darker, that Bear might have been hiding from something or someone. But none of it made sense. Paddy could only pray his father was still out there somewhere, waiting to be found. Behind the scenes, producers have teased that this mystery is only the beginning. They've confirmed that Bear will soon return to Emmerdale, but when he does, he won't be the man who left. Whatever happened during those missing 100 days has changed him completely. And according to insiders, the episode revealing his story will have everyone asking the same question: what really happened to Bear Dingle? For now, all we know is that Paddy's search is far from over, and the answers waiting for him could rewrite everything he thought he knew about his father. One man missing, one secret buried, and a mystery that's about to shake the Dingles like never before. Because in Emmerdale, even the people you think you know best can be hiding the darkest